Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Friday night's Messages of Love from Above. So happy that you are here and hope you had a great week. And welcome to your weekend. Happy Saturday morning to those of you on the other side of the planet. And we'll get started here. Let me just get my desktop all set up here before I start yapping. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Just get that stretched out there. All right. Think we are good to go here. Maybe. All right, there we go. There's the email from YouTube. We are live and well. All right. So before we get into everything, let's go ahead and send some love out to the world. If you'd like to join me in doing that, of course, I more than welcome that. The world can definitely use it. We'll talk a little bit about some energies that are going on with the eclipse, etc. And so we can send love. When one of us sends love out to the world, that unconditional love energy counteracts a million. Thought 1,000 was a lot. 1,000,000 individuals going through lower vibrational energy from fear. And so when we do it together, it doesn't just add on top of one another. It actually multiplies it out to the world. So I love that. So I'm going to take a big deep breath, and you can join me whether you're watching live or on replay too. We can all join outside of space and time and bring that in. So let's take a big deep breath and let the world outside go for a moment. And hold it for a sec. And release. Then as I hit the singing bowl, we're going to just let that love flow in our heart, fill us up, and then overflow out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. I'm just going to put it back there as it continues to sing away. Good night, Dutchie. Hello. Good night to you. 1 a.m. here. Yeah, I can imagine. Good evening. Are you going to sleep or are you just saying hello? All right. So, like before we get into the actual readings, I do want to make sure everyone is aware. We've got a Libra full moon lunar eclipse on Monday. I know. So we oh good you're hanging out with us. So we've got the Libra pick a card here that's tells us how to make the most of that Libra full moon energy. And then we also had put out an eclipse alert with a pick a card that's in it too. And we talk about in here too how to make the most of eclipse energy. It's like an eclipse guide. And on my social media, on my Facebook and Instagram, I am posting almost every single day for about the next 10 days. There's a couple days I don't, since I'm posting a lot on some days. I don't want to put another one out, but it's like over the next like 2 weeks, we have all these hints on how you can make the most of this eclipse energy too, because we've got a solar eclipse on April 8th. Next time around, I'll do it sooner. I put it on my calendar already. I'm like, whoops, it snuck up on me. to let you all know about it. I knew about them, but I just didn't communicate them. I know, bad, 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 bad. But I will do it sooner in the future. So thanks for forgiving me. And then, of course, we had the equinox pop out, and oh, the last week was on your birthday. Wow, look at that. And we've got here equinox, of course. Spring and fall equinox happened this week. We are having equal days and nights. And so here's a 3-month forecast for that for each individual zodiac sign. So there's a playlist there that for each zodiac sign. So you can check those out. And then, of course, going into this equinox in March means happy Aries season. So here's a pick a card for Aries season too. If you want to check those out, and happy birthday to all you Aries sun babies. There's a special bonus reading on there for you guys. So if you know an Aries sun baby, send them the link and wish them a happy birthday from their bruddaZEN. And then we, of course, have a weekly podcast that's been going out here now for a little bit, From Chaos to Cozy. Last week's was about It's Complicated, talking about relationships, a new one coming out this Sunday. So if you want to catch up on the podcast, there's the playlist for that too. And lastly, we did roll out life purpose readings. So at the beginning of March, and they're half off until the end of March. So we're only like what? Gosh, it's a little over a week away. What happened? What happened to March? Zoop. So if you're interested, check any of those things out. Those are all available in links in the description box of the video too. All right. So I think that was everything that we had going on there. And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. Got a great group of people. Huge hearts, great senses of humor. Most have both, and I like it. What was I going to say? If you're new, how the free readings work, I do go down in order, first come, first serve, down the chat. The chat is the list. There's no special list. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I step outside of the free readings, dive deep into those readings, and then once I'm done, I return back and continue down the free readings. So I think that's it. I think that's all the blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be using these beautiful craft cards tarot. And so there we go. Let's give this a little shuffle, get them all activated here. Currently don't have any donations, so we'll start at the very top. We got MMC is at the top. So MMC, you are up first. So you want a general career reading. All right, let's take a look here and see what the Spirit wants you to know about career. All right. So I feel like here, MMC, I mean, with these two cards coming in here, you've got the Three of Cups, which is joy and celebration, and the Ten of Swords. That person's not dead. They're just exhausted from trying to live up to all those expectations, the supposed to, the should be, the need to be, the have to be. This would represent, this is what it looks like when you're existing, living someone else's dream. And this is what it looks like when you're living your dream. Existing, joy, 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 and celebration. And I feel like this is what Spirit is saying. You know, there's this time of looking at why, like for your career and what you're trying to head to, what really helps us get clarity around our life purpose and our dharma is what makes my heart sing? What makes my heart feel full? When was the last time your heart did feel full? What are the last 5 times? Writing those down allows you to get some clarity into what brings joy to your life. And is there some way that you can get paid in doing that legally? You know, it's like, wow, you know, I can do this and head off into, you know, this adventure. I'm sure like the first person that loved psychology and also wanted to be an artist helped form and create art therapy or paint therapy. And they are able to do both two things that they love at the same time. And I like this, kind of guidance from spirit is to really look into what makes your heart sing. And, otherwise you're going to end up, you know, exhausted, looking like that person going, you wake up in the morning going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. That's not your dream. That's someone else's dream that you took on growing up. And now it's an opportunity for you to question what it is you want to do and where you want to go. There's a good, if I haven't mentioned this to you before, there's this great book, Discover Your Dharma by Sahara Rose, that helps you discover your life purpose. She also has a website, iamsahararose.com, and she has some quizzes on there that are free and some other free content. So you can check that out. But if you're interested in the book, I highly recommend it too. But that can give you some guidance on what you want to do and how you want to do that. All right, so that's what they have for you, MMC. So many blessings to you. All right. My mouse is going crazy. Stop. Stop. Okay, there it goes. All right. And Mia, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. You're so kind. Let me give that some love and a like. I appreciate your consistent donations. They really help support the channel. So thank you so much. Hello again. So, will your current company allow you to work from home for a few months? All right, let's take a look here. Oh, for your hometown. All right, let's take a look here. See, are they going to allow that? All right. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the first cards coming out here, I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, this together, I'm like, this feels very positive energy here. And the Seven of Pentacles, it might just take them a little bit of time to make a decision. But ultimately, I feel like they do it. The Page of Swords just offers this, um, you know, um, new way of looking at things. This, hey, maybe this is something that we can do, more often. We could save office space. Ever since COVID, I think a lot of companies that wanted to survive did set up things right. And just what you can do to help it along is to let go any expectations around lack and around not having enough. And this, it's just these thoughts, the fear around disappointment and all this. I just feel like there's this energy of um yeah, like you said, claim it and have gratitude around it, going, "Thank you." And if not, if they don't allow you to, it's letting go of the, knowing that the creator is the one that brings you what you need in each moment, not humans. And so, you know, thanking God and claiming it, that's the way to do it, is thank the one who's going to bring it. It's the humans, you know, are not the ones who decide things really when it comes to the impact of other people. It's creator that allows things to come in and makes a way, as they used to say, the creator makes a way where there seems to be no way. But I like this. I like this energy that's coming in here. Yeah. And, the Nine of Wands is any barrier is removed and opened up for you here too. So I do like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. It seems very positive. So, enjoy your working from your hometown for a little bit. And that's what they have. So many blessings. I was thought there was going to be something else, but they were like, it's like when a printer stops printing, it's like, is there anything in the buffer? No, there's nothing there. So that's it. So boom, boom. That's what they got for you, Mia. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. Yippee! All right. So we're moving back to the top. So Gene XO, hello, hello again, love. And you want to ask what your current Virgo's energies are towards you? Yeah. So I was going to look, and Spirit was probably nudging me to look, and then I noticed after I put all the cards back in and went on to the next one, I was like, oh, I didn't see your second question. All right. So let's take a look here and see their current energies. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah, we've got this. So the bottom of the deck we have is the Wheel of Fortune, which tells you, of course, everything that unfolds, your higher self is going, not your higher self, your human self will be on board with this. It's the tuna for you and understanding that what's unfolding here is for you. Um, we've got the energy with the Virgo. We got the Three of Wands, which is a change of direction that you actually take with this because this is the energy that they have towards you. But I feel like there's just this change that you're going to be making here. And I feel like the 10, here comes these tens again. Got these tens with the outside world, a partnership, a relationship that is more fulfilling, more full for you here. Yeah. And there's even the Page of Cups on the bottom coming in, which is this energy of higher love, heightened love. And I just feel like their energy for you, I feel like that spirit is coming more towards focusing on you and your energies regarding the Virgo because the 7 of Wands, it feels like this energy of almost having to walk on eggshells that if you ever had like a promotion or something great happening that it's like it's difficult for them to celebrate with you because it's like, "Well, what do I know? What do I get that?" And it's like, "Can you just make it about me for once?" It just feels like that type of energy that's flowing below the surface there. So, if that resonates, it just feels like there's something more. There's just something more for you. And I feel like your spirit guides are going, let's not worry about them because there's something more we have. It's like um I don't know why they're showing real estate, but it's like they're showing like you wanted to see this rundown house that's has leaking gas and stuff, and they're like, let's not just go in there. We have this mansion that's so much more for you, that's very affordable for you. They're like, this, we're going to take you to this instead. And this is kind of what I feel like your spirit guides are doing at your behest. They're like, here we go. We're moving this, to a different direction, a different energy, if that makes sense. So it's like your spirit guides overrode your request and said, No, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this instead." So, and you have a good relationship with them, so you can take that up with them. All right. So that's what they have for you, Gene. So many blessings to you. All right. And then, Highness, you are up next. Does our think about you? All right. you know, we've got the Justice card here and the Two of Wands. And I, there's just this focus here. You can even see here. It's like a ruler and the explorer, and they're trying to decide what they want to do and where they want to go in life, and they're trying to figure things out. This Ace of Swords and the scales of the balancing between the two things and of life, and I feel like if when and I feel like they do think about you, but I don't feel like they're like going, oh, I feel like they're more it's more information than they're wondering how you're doing or what's going on with you and blah blah blah. They're trying to figure out their world, and you're like a piece on the chessboard of how they want what they want out of life or not. And I feel like that's the way that they're looking at it here. Just they're really in their head, a big thinker. So they're more looking at um trying to think of the word. but it's the coordination, the how things all interact and that kind of energy. It doesn't feel like, oh, it just feels like all up here. So much in their head is what's going on there. Are they an air sign? but uh, but I do feel like that's the kind of energy that's about it, and they're right in the middle of trying to figure things out, trying to get some real clarity in their life because I feel like they're at these crossroads and they just are trying to figure out what route they want to take in their life. And so that's the kind of energy that's coming in there. So, all right, Highness, that's what they have for you right now, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right, Aubrey, hey there. So, first of all, oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for your kind words. And you like a general reading? Focus on career and love, whichever comes through more. All right, let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. So, what does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay. All right. So, I just feel like we've got you know, this energy that's coming in kind of with them all. Let me see if I can show them here. There we go. So you got the King of Cups, and the King of Cups, is the balancing between the head and the heart. And I feel like that comes in for both career and for love. I just feel like there's some clarity that you can glean from allowing your heart also to have a seat at the table with your head. It's like the head, if it's always only in charge, it's going to choose the logical things that are not fulfilling, just trying to fulfill the checking the boxes, right? The heart, if you only let the heart go, it's going to spend all our money and have nothing left over because it's all like, it was fun. Well, what about now? Oh. So the balance between the two is always uh, usually, beneficial for us. And I feel like that's important to come in here to, get clarity of mind around career and love, letting things go that are of fear and letting the heart have a say so of this is what I would like to do for career. This is the type of person that I would like to love and, that kind of energy. And you got the Four of Pentacles, which is stability in the outside world. So I feel like you are going to get some clarity around it. It's like a giant kitchen table with four huge legs on it. It's a very solid foundation. And I feel like you're going to get some good clarity around career and get a good foundation where you feel like you've got some good steps in place and plans that you're moving towards that are where you feel like, okay, this is good. It's not too fast, it's not too slow. It's just right. It's Goldilocks syndrome, right? And then you have the moon card too, which is a lot of hidden and unknown things that are going to be bubbling up. And I feel like with both this eclipses, with the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse on Monday and on April 8th, I feel like these are important times for you of birthing and energy coming forward because all this eclipse energy and moving from Pisces to Aries is endings and beginnings. And we've got a lot of energy that is about letting the old go and moving into new things too. So I do feel like here you've got, sitting with your emotions. Again, that moon card is letting the heart bring stuff to the surface that the mind has not allowed the heart to express about what I would love to do and be and move forward with. And I just feel like it's an important thing to do and making the most of this full moon release energy and the new moon birthing energy is important. So be sure to check out those pick a cards that talk about making the most of the release, and then there'll be a new one coming out here in a couple weeks for the new moon eclipse too. So be sure to check those out. All right, Aubrey. Hopefully that's helpful a little bit. But that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Oops. Come on. All right. Well, thank you. I got a couple more donations, so thank you so much. So Infinity is one. Thank you so much for your additional donation here. Let's give that some love and a like there. You're welcome, Aubrey. Hope you're ready for a weird question, right? Honk honk beep. What was that old song? Honk honk. Beep beep. So did that the black SUV honk at you because you knew them, or because of what? Let's take a look here. Did they know you? Let's take a look here. Wow. Well, with the two of cups coming up, it feels like that's a yes because it's some sort of relationship. So I feel like they knew you. Um, you got the King of Swords. So this does feel like someone like, um, very air signy, and also got Emperor energy coming in here too. So I feel like it's someone who uh really is this that's so funny. I have to show you this here too. Um, it's that kind of it's someone who is very much in their mind, in their head, but this Emperor energy kicks in too. So they must have like a fire moon, or have some fire Aries energy of some sort, kind of around that energy with them, that they will do stuff. If maybe it's an Aquarius, because I know Aquarius can do sudden things about this type of thing that comes in here. It's like boom, 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 boom. But here's this judgment card too, which the horn honk honk, beep beep. So I do feel like it was them that honked at you there. So I don't know if that resonates as far as who it is, but that definitely is there. So I like that. Do you know who they are? You're like, oh my god. So that is them. You are very welcome, and thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, Alice, 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 thank you so much for your multiple donations there. And let me see here. Did you ask anything up above? Let me move these over. I keep on activating the side of my screen here. There we go. Oh, yeah, right. It's just like honk honk. And then they'll probably go, hey, and you're like, well, I don't know if they had like I don't know why I pictured like a black SUV with all the windows tinted in, you couldn't see them very well or whatever, and you're like, "Is it the FBI? Are they after me?" So no problem, Alice. Just to pop your question in, your first question, or your questions when you're ready. You asked a question before. Where am I? Where? Oh, there it is. It was just in between some of my postings there. It kind of just hit itself. So, all right. So let's do the first one. Let's give that some love and a like there. And so you feel your manager Dan hates his. Oh no, manager Dan hates and is intimidated by you. Is there anything you can do to mend our relationship? Think of having a conversation soon. Hope it will help. Oh, why do you think why do you think he hates you? Let's take a look here and see what guidance spirit has here for you. He's mean to you and glares at you. Wow, okay. Yeah, we've got the Lovers card coming in here. So, there is this important, interaction in this energy between the two of you. The bottom of the deck, we got the Moon card, which is a lot of energy flowing in here. And I feel like some of this has to do with like have you is he inconsistent in it? Does it come across like he's like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down? Because I feel like with the Moon card here and the Lovers card is emotional choice, energy that comes in, that I feel like they're uh, impacted by the moon, right? Yeah. So you might even start tracking the moon and go, oh, when it's in a fire sign, they're all, and they're, when it's a water moon, it's emotional. And then the earth energy is grounded because it changes every 2 to 3 days. We go through the entire zodiac, but it's like, fire and then earth and then air in their head and then emotional and then fire and then earth and up and down and up and down and up and down. And you might look at it and going, wow, he is impacted by the moon. And then you can be aware of that. Also, be aware that you are impacted by the moon because I know you are very connected to the moon. And so I do see this energy of he's sparking, you're sparking, and so you see the world through your eyes, and then other days you're not, and so with them going up and down and you being impacted by the moon, with you being aware of the moon energy, it helps you. It's like the forecast. It's like you understand the energy that's out there, so you especially like full moon, lunar moon, different things like that can happen there. Because I feel like there's emotional stability there, between the 2 of you that's there. But, um, the big thing, we've got the 8 of swords, which look at yourself first, look at your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that blind you and bind you, make you feel trapped and that type of thing, um, because I feel like, a big piece of our world is, what they're reminding me of the 8 of swords because they're showing me another tarot deck. They just flew it up in my head that has a giant mirror. Someone's looking in the mirror and they see themselves this, but they're free of all this, but it's the mirror that it shows. And so in those times where we're like, you know, I feel like they hate me, I feel like they're intimidated by me. It's like, how do it's a mirror. How do I hate myself? I don't feel like we'd be intimidated by ourselves, but there could be fears. Intimidation is feeling like I'm not worthy, right? Feeling something's more worth something than I am. And so this comes into here where, you know, the way people act, if we define ourselves by it, whatever story that we're putting around their actions, it bothers us because we feel like we deserve that. Otherwise we're just like, oh, they're so silly. But when we're impacted by it, we feel like, oh. And so, when he's like, why is he glaring at me? How am I glaring at myself? Bring it back to your energy, because this is what all those mirrors are for, is to show us what we want to see about ourselves, right? So have a conversation with yourself before you have a conversation with him, because that's what spirit is doing, this big mirror, this big mirroring to look back at that. So it's like, okay, otherwise, you know, um, um, people can't hate me. I love this. It's like Byron Katie is an amazing. If you ever have a chance to check out her YouTube channel or her website, thework.com, she goes, when I walk in a room, I know everyone loves me, just some of them don't realize it yet, and so they have this, she has this belief. She goes, you know what? Because people who are emotionally mature and not in fear love. That's just our state of love. When we're in fear, then we're all about survival, and our brain is shut off or disconnected, where we're not in our intelligent, loving, compassionate side. We're a little 2-year-old with a pet hissing cat whispering, going, hiss at them and then run, hiss at them and attack them. It's all that kind of stuff that comes in. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. Thank you. And your second question. All right. Let me give that some love and a like up here. Thank you for your additional donation. So, how does Harris think and feel about you in the future of your relationship after today? Wonder if you'll still chase after me and want to continue your connection. Chase the chase. All right. Um, did you do it through? Let me see here. I got a couple that came through. Oh, PayPal. I'll double check here in a moment there, Dutchy. Yeah, I'll take a look here. Yeah, I've got a couple donations that came through PayPal, but yeah, I don't. Let me see. So that transitivus or which I don't think I see that one here. But I'll double check here. Let me finish up with Alice's readings here, and then I got one of Jeeps, and then um, I'll take a look at there. Yeah, because I'm not sure if it went through. You might check your whatever you charged it on to. If your PayPal, it'll show that if the transaction went through there or not, as well. All right. All right. So let's take a look here, Alice. Let me just shuffle these up here. All right. So what's going on here with the future of your relationship? How does Harris think and feel about you? So thinking and feeling and future after today. Mhm. All right. I don't know if you had a chance to take a look at you know, the reading earlier too. This sounds familiar about Harris, but if you had a chance, you can check that out too. All right. So they're thinking first here, you know, with the Six of Pentacles coming in here, the thinking about is like this giving and receiving, you know, type of energy that's coming in here. I feel like they've got this, I wouldn't say fear of codependent relationships. And I feel like they've been on both sides of the codependency where they were enablers and takers. And I feel like, you know, they're trying to figure out relationships. That's funny. But it's true. I feel like it is. I feel like they're, you know, they've got this thinking of you know, and when they were an enabler that someone ended up, you know, they felt they had to overgive in order to, you know, be able to receive a little bit back, and they wouldn't let them give back, and so they ended up going outside of the relationship, and wow, big, you know, relationship blow up kind of thing. And then in another one, they were in a relationship where the other person wanted to overgive to them, and they felt smothered, and they felt they couldn't give back, so they ended up like putting their energy somewhere else. I don't feel like they had like an affair or anything. I feel like they invested all their energy in work or working out or their friends or something else. But I don't feel like like another romantic thing. But the relationship blew up, and I feel like they're just trying to understand relationships and this codependency that keeps happening to them. And that's what the thinking is. And they're thinking with you, with this energy of I can't I don't know, what will come of this. And I just feel like there's this fear that's in their thoughts that overwhelms their thinking about you. But it's not really about you, it's about relationship, but because it's with you, this is why it's taking so much of their headspace. Feelings, they've got this Empress card here where they've got, they look at you as this mother nature, mother nurture, sensual, just very nurturing. abundance, this fullness. So they do see this, type of energy that's here with that. Um, so, that's what makes them, go, wow, um, that attracts them. Sorry, there was a lot going on in my head. How long was I gone for? I'm like, what time is it? Um, because they were showing me how they're like, I'm so, I guess they were giving me how they experience it is why, because they were like, they see you as attractive. They see all this stuff about you and they're like that, but then they have this like, but can I give them enough? But what if they want to give me too much? Blah, blah, zh, blah, 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 can I keep up? I don't know. Blah, blah, there's a cycle of stuff that comes in there. And then the future of your relationship, I just feel like you've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is one of the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So I feel like it's going to move ahead very slowly, very cautiously, because I feel like they're just in this oversensitive time with I don't know what, it's um I don't know, is it the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland? I just feel it's like someone who's like, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late for a very important date. It's that kind of um just hyper thinking activity, if that makes sense. But I feel like here, this is you with the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, she has this great energy here. She rolls over spiritual energy and manifestation energy with the king, but all the queens are given a second portion of cups, which is the black cat, which gives Cheshire cat, right? Gives a connection to the spirit world. And um and she also gets things done. I just feel like, you know, not being afraid to go after what you're wanting after in clarity. It's this fireness, this fiery energy of like Leo of I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to say what I think. Don't hold back. Don't shrink back. Don't hide anything. Because if they can't handle it, they need to go. That's what your spirit guides are so funny. If they can't take it, then they're telling you. That's what I always say. Always be ourselves as much as we can. I know we're totally not taught that growing up, but as you get older in life, it's like, what are we hiding from? Eventually I'm either going to have to give up wanting anything that I want to pretend to be this person the rest of my life, or say this is who I am, and if you can't give me that, and if we can't interact that way, then it's good for us to end. Because then, you know, it's like, my mom stayed with my dad for 20, 30, how many years? 20, almost 30 years? 20, no. Okay, maybe like 20 years. Or more. I can't remember how long they were married, but um, with my mom told me, like, he said, when they're old enough, I'm leaving you. But he stayed together in the marriage for the kids, but he was absent. He helped support us financially, which I'm very grateful for. We didn't die from starvation. We always had, a home to live in and everything. But I'm like, "Mom, why don't you just divorce him when you were younger then, instead of putting up with it all that time, because you could have been with someone in a happy marriage," you know? And yeah, we would have had, like, a stepfather, but maybe they would have been awesome, especially because my mom has a crush on Jean-Claude Van Damme. I could have been, in martial arts. Anyway, I digress. So, be yourself and stay who you are. And there you go. So there you have it. Be Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport. Just be yourself, but no hitting, please. So I just feel like it's going to go ahead slowly, but I just feel like they are just a hyper scared rabbit in a way that I just don't know if they know what they want, with all that energy that's there. So hopefully that helps. All right. And then you had a third question. Did you put your third question yet? Oh, I don't think so. Oh, that was my second question there. Right. Yeah, and then one more. So, you still have another one, left over from up above. So if you wanna pop your third question, and then that one you just donated will be question number 4. But we'll get down to that one after I jump into these other ones here. And while you're doing that, I just wanna double check here. Alright. Alright, yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay, yes, I did get that, duchy. Thank you for that. I was just looking to see. So, I do see yours. That did come through for $10, right? And then, sorry, I don't mean to be distracted by all this, everyone. I will get back into readings here in a sec. I just want to, uh, yeah, yeah. So I did get that one there, and then Tammy. Okay, yeah, and Tammy, I did get yours too. So as I saw the email, I'm like, oh, there's that one. Yeah, so I did get. So I do have your guys. Okay, good. Nothing weird happening in PayPal. Knock on wood. All right. And then yours came in here right after um, Jeep's first one. So I'm going to do Alice, her third question, and then Jeep's first question, and then Dutchy, and then I'll see where I'm going to go from there. All right. I'll try to keep you guys in the loop. All right. So, third question. Oh, let me give that some love and a like. Keeps me in track here. Do that and that. Thank you. Thank you for your multiple donations, Alice. All right. So, is he seen any other girls or energy around that, both past and future? Is he seen any other girls? So seeing right now. Okay, and both past and future. You mean like while he was seeing you? Let's take a look here. No, I don't see that here. Yeah. Well, he has been busy. I was about to say he's been so busy with the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Swords. I don't know, is he going to school and working? I would this is the kind of energy I would see it as. King of Swords is higher education, a lot of overthinking, which he is a bit of an overthinker. We already know that. But the Eight of Pentacles is the blood, the sweat, the tears, a lot of work that's coming in there. So I definitely with a lot of work there, and also, again, the conflictingness here, the Two of Wands trying to determine what he wants to do, and the Five of Swords is the battle between his head and his heart. So, I feel like he is really busy with stuff, but then he's not as busy as he says he is because he's also taking time trying to figure things out. Um, and then when he gets to overthinking, then he wants to, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna go do something, and so he goes and does something because he's tired of thinking. So yeah, I don't feel like there's like, I mean, definitely those cards don't have third party love or anything else. It's like it's all in the brain. It's in the brain. Do you see steam coming out? Do you smell like something burning a lot around him? Because I feel like he's constantly overthinking a lot. Yeah, so I don't feel anything there. All right. So that's for that one. So thank you for your third donation. We'll be down to your fourth one here in a moment. All right. And so Jeep, you are up here. And for your first one, so let's give that love and a like. Thank you for your donation. And your first question, I think, is do you see you traveling to Italy with your kids? I think that's your first one. Let me just make sure here. Just do a quick scroll up above. No, okay. All right. So Italia, do based on current energies, you're going to travel to Italy with your kids. All right, let's take a look here. Tell us about Italy. Okay. What do we have here? I do see you traveling to Italy. Underlying energy is the high priestess, which trust your gut and trust your intuition on choosing times and dates and hows and what. Just really trust that because in addition to that being the underlying energy around this trip, Jeep, you also have the Queen of Cups who she rolls over emotion. She has a second portion, which is a lot about the you know, having this access to the hidden and the unknown, and you got the moon card too. So you got three cards that are all about trust in your gut and trust in your intuition when you're making plans, how you want to get there, where you want to stay, anything like that. It's definitely about trusting it. Yeah. So I just feel like there's this, important important um to trust that, with all of that coming in. It's like, yeah. And but I mean we've got and we do have the waiting period. That's why I feel like it may not happen exactly when you are wanting here. There's you know this that's so funny. um but it's about seeing things from a higher perspective, transformation. It um forms over time. So I like that, and that makes total sense too when you're like, the problem is the four of you want four different things. Here's the four of you with four different cups, four different desires. And so um I I like this, and it all can't happen. And um so I feel like with you, you have then the nine of pentacles on the bottom too. It's this independent kind of feel to it, but it also is like I feel like you can do this type of energy of, all right, everybody, write down, prioritize from 1 to 10 what the most important things you want to have in this vacation. And then you can see the priorities and see if they all match up somewhat somehow, and go, this is what it has to be. This time around we can do this. This will get the most of everything that everyone wants, but not everyone is going to get everything they want. But that's a lesson of life. And so I see that, type of energy that's, coming in there. Hey, Elaine, I sure am taking super chats. So feel free to super chat away, or if you prefer PayPal, Venmo, Square, or Cash App, I have links in the description box of the video if you prefer that as well. So, yeah, so that's what we have for that particular trip there. And um and you said is Spain a more love you? Is Spain a more yeah. Spain 10 of cups. It feels like Spain might even be, bring much more joy with the 10 of cups. So, I would bring Spain onto the table for choices there. All right. Oh, so Dutchy, you've been to Italy over 15 times, Spain only once. So Spain might be like better for the family. Italy might be for you on your own, right? All right. So that is for that one. And then, all right, so that was that. And then we're going to jump over here to Dutchy. Thank you so much for your donation. That one came in next. And then Tammy's also came in. And then then it'll be Jeep. Yeah, so Dutchy and Tammy, and then Jeep, Alice, and then Alice looks like you retracted that one, so that would have gone away. All right. So when you retract a message, that does take away the donation there too. So just in case you're aware, if you did that purposely. All right. So let's jump in here. So Dutchy, thank you again for your donation. Yeah, when messages are retracted on donations, it's not supposed to go away, but they don't appear on my my sheets, my the reports that they have. So, and even when I looked into it with YouTube, like, well, it's not supposed to happen. I go, well, where this is at, and they go, oh, it was refunded back to them, and I'm like, well, it's not supposed to work that way, is it? And they're like, no, and I'm like, and then that's it. So, yeah. Yeah, no problem, no problem. You are good. So yes, yeah, I can, Dutchy. It says about your ex, right? So let's take a look here. On Valentine's Day. Oh, 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 what a jerk. Oh, sorry. No, no, no. That wasn't spirit. That was bruddaZEN. The human bruddaZEN. So let's take a look here. So let's take a look here. Why did he contact you? And does he want to reconcile? Let's take a look. So why did he contact you? And let's see what's going on here. So energy on the bottom of the deck. We've got here this high priestess. Trust your gut and trust your instinct, with this. A lot of hidden and unknown with a high priestess, right? Yeah. And let's take a look here. So why did he contact you? So we've got the strength card and the courage here. The Leo energy in here, that comes with the strength card is what's standing out, what they're pointing out to me. Every sign has a lower vibration, higher vibration, lower expression, higher expression. Leo, lower expression is look at me, I need attention. Look at me, I need attention, give me attention. And so I feel like they um, weren't getting enough attention from their current relationship. And when they reached out, it's because they were feeling empty. And that's what happens when we're looking for our happiness and that fulfillment outside of ourselves, we're always going to feel empty. If anything fills us up, it's only for a little bit, and then we're feeling unfulfilled again, which I call it like American Chinese food. American Chinese food is probably the MSG or whatever's in it, but when you eat it, you're hungry an hour later, and that's kind of what happens. It's they were hangry, they were hungry, angry, and they reached out, right? Let's take a look here about reconciliation here. Yeah, sometimes they do. Um, uh, Magician card, a lot of that fire energy, a lot of the wanting action energy that comes in, with that. But sometimes Sometimes they look at the relationship of "Oh, remember the good old days?" And then they also remember the the struggle, right? And here's the endings, the tens with all of this, and the two of swords in the middle, when they think with their head and they think with their heart. But the problem is that they have all this inner conflict that goes on the inside, where this is about the 10 of swords isn't necessarily about fighting and things like that. This is all the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts, all of these things that are, in their um, in their mind, that were there before you even met each other. Of that's that fulfillment and all this stuff. And no one can make anyone break up with anyone else. Someone can hold a gun to your head and say break up with them. It's still their choice, right? So he chose to break up with you. Don't displace it on the daughter. He definitely chose, right? So let's put that energy there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just being, spirits just being honest. um Reconciliation, again, it's this wanting to be seen with um the six of wands, and the justice card, the balancing out of things. In order for there ever to be reconciliation, they would need, with this justice card, they need to deal with this. Otherwise, this will keep coming back up again. If they don't deal with that, all these expectations and all this mental pressure that they have themselves on, and even it's subconscious, all these things, then they do have this challenge that will always be there, right? This people pleasing, which is what this is about, right? And even like the daughter might have said, "You, if you don't break up with them, I'm never going to talk to you again," and it's fear of rejection or whatever it is. It's like, I'll miss you. I'll send you birthday cards. Bye. Um, but that's what kind of comes in there. Yeah, yeah, right. And the need here to, about, they have this vibration of wanting to be seen, wanting, and this is that Leo energy coming back in, a lot of passion that comes in. But I feel like the hidden and the unknown is like, how many people did you reach out to when you were with me? you know I'm like, that's a big red flag that, it just immediately as I read that, it was like, oh, well, you know, we think, oh, no, I'm different, I'm, I, I'm special. They're leaving, I've had a lot of friends who ended up being, like, well, they're not in a good relationship and they're divorcing. And so, but they want to be with me. And I'm like, I wonder if the wife knows." And sure enough, no. But then I've had other friends too where, the person did leave them for them. And then while they were with them, they were seeing someone else left them for them. And it just like you see these types of repeating patterns and things too. So even though it was, beautiful and wonderful, and that, it's just like there's this hiddenness of respect, and I just feel like that high priestess is like there's a lot of unknown, and I don't feel like he wants to reconcile. He just wants everything. And I feel like in this point in his life. So hopefully that makes sense there. Let me see here. Is based on current energies, is there a reconciliation attempt in the future? Yeah, let's see. Three of Cups, third party situation energy coming in here. The Knight of Wands, which is the prince, I call it the Prince of Wands when I'm looking at relationships. And yeah, the same old patterns hitting up against the door. The Knight of Wands is like, the King of Wands is someone, they are very passionate individuals. Again, this fire energy, right? where they will, um it's like you watch the old, like, uh, Game of Thrones and all those types of things. The princes were always end up in brothels and all this other stuff. I'm like, that's like, it's like a little chihuahua running around humping people's legs. And the king of wands is someone that can bridle their passions. And so when I look at this and I see he's an Aries, okay, that explains all this fire energy. So we've got this third party and all this there. So I feel like if there's reconciliation, it's not a complete reconciliation. It's like there's you and someone, type of thing. So I'm just getting all this energy of going, there's too much hidden. There's too much below the surface here. Yeah. And then got the three of swords here. So I would say that he was wanting, he had all this built up energy, and he feels unhappy and he doesn't feel satisfied. But no one does that for us. We only find that within ourselves anyway. So yeah, yeah. So so that's what we have there for you, Dutchy. I know, not the story that we probably wanted to have unfold, but at least it's clarity, and it's like, okay, yeah, I don't want to go that way, and that makes total sense. I mean, those two energies too. Again, it goes back to that's why I go, what a jerk, because it was like it's on Valentine's Day. They're in a relationship and they reach out to me, and what? And talking about, oh, I remember a relationship we had, and I'm like, you're with someone. I've had that happen before where an ex called drunk and they were like, "I miss you," and blah, 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 blah. I go, "You're in a relationship." And they're like, "I know. They're just mad at me." And I'm like, "Well, you need to go talk to them, not me," because I'm like, and they had cheated on me, and I'm just like, no, 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 no." But so that's what's going on. So hang in there, Dutchy, hang in there. You got some beautiful, you deserve someone that's like you, um, so faithful and true and giver, and all those wonderful things. And they are further down the road here. So it's okay. It's okay. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Tammy, you are up. And I think you asked your question up here. Let me scroll up here. Okay, there it is. All right, perfect. Thank you. The blue hearts, you got my attention. So, why did S say at the meet last night there should be three large payments for the project? He does not want the project to happen, or uh, he was being mean to everyone. Okay. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on inside the mind and energy of S here. So, what's his intentions behind these three payments? This three payment scenario here. Anything else? Oh, right. All right. Wow. The underlying energy on the bottom of the deck we've got is the Five of Swords, which is, confliction. There's this miscommunication that's coming in here. We did enter Mercury with a pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. Wow, I can talk. Like on Tuesday, we started into the shadow. So we're starting to pick up this miscommunication, this trouble, with things coming in. And I do see here, with this project here, because we've got of the 7 of swords here, which the 7 of swords has this um fears of thievery, fears of stolen, being tricked, kind of energy that comes in. And I feel like they're reacting out of fear, and they're not thinking clearly, if that makes sense. Because I feel like if they were able to see things from a higher perspective, that it would change things. And I just feel like they have this idea here too, with the 10 of Wands, that there's so much more work that's involved in this project, if that makes sense. Because is that what we're talking about here? Like 3 large payments for the project, and it's like, wait, you don't want to do that project, or were you just trying to, be a douchebag, right? But I feel like with all of this, I just feel like they don't have a clear picture of what people are asking for, and because in their mind, whatever this is, that they don't want to be cheated out of this, um, whatever they feel they have to do. And the 10 of Wands is like, oh my gosh, do you understand how much is going to have to be invested, how much time, money, everything like this. So I feel like if they can get clarity around it, that things can balance out more here. So um if they are someone that you can talk with, if you're in that type of position to go, hey, it seemed like that, like it was like we were charging a lot more for this. Is there, like, where's the expense coming in? And maybe we can brainstorm some ways to make it not so expensive, or something. And if they're like, oh yeah, they wanted blah 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 blah, and they're like, oh no, they didn't want a giant crystal swan, they wanted an ice sculpture. Oh, ice? Why did I saw somewhere it said like a diamond one? That's an exaggeration, but it's like that's a very big difference between ice and diamonds. um, and so I just feel like that there's some miscommunication, and them thinking, um, misunderstanding about the amount of work that would need to be involved in it, if that makes sense. So don't feel like they were being mean. Um, and I feel like they maybe not so much don't want the project, but they don't want to be. I feel like they might have been taken advantage of before. So they might be padding it a little bit, but there was also misunderstanding of it, because they're like, no, before I'd rather tell them it's this and come in under budget than what we did before, where we had to eat a lot of money and lose money on a project, kind of thing. So that's the kind of energy that's coming in, Tammy, if that makes sense there. So, great. So many blessings to you again. Thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So, Jeep, we left off here. So we are on number 2 question for you. So again, thank you for that additional donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. And so you want a reading about your financial situation. Let's take a look here. So what does Spirit want you to know about finances? Well, it's just interesting. It's like 1-1-1 is how it unfolds. It's like step by step, coming in here. Let's see what happens here. All right. So on the bottom of the deck around finances, you do have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is rolls over mind and thought and communication, but also has a higher, also has additional air. All the kings do. So they're like the master of communication. The master of communication just keeps on the master of communication. So I just feel like you're going to be getting some new communication, but there's a lot of clarity that comes in around your financial situation too, with that Ace of Swords. But let's take a look here and see, because we've got, the star card, which is dreams come true, and, this way of looking at what does it mean to have dreams come true, right? So we've got this energy, but you have some cost too. Okay. Yeah, so it's being aware of those. You do have the page of Pentacles was the first one that's joining things together. So there is some new opportunity for finances that come in here. And I feel like it's attached here. You got the 6 of Cups. And 6 of Cups for financial situations here refers back to like the history, to the past. And it could be someone coming back from the past, could be something, returning back from the past here too, because it's about history. And I just feel like, especially if you're talking about stocks and this kind of information here, I just feel like you can look at the history of things and use your mind, with this King of Swords. Be aware of communication, use your mind, really analyze and look for clarity, even ask for clarity around stocks and different things like that, and go, I want to see the history of how these stocks performed. Um, could also come in here because we do have the Knight of Pentacles, which was sideways, which is slow moving and slowness that comes in here, with this, um, with that. So, a slow building stock. Yeah, and it could be someone from your past. It definitely could be, um, you know, giving money, or you could have money coming in from, but it's definitely a connection from the past. It is the child card too. So, it could definitely represent that. And you have the high priestess again coming in. You have a lot of great intuition and instinct. And I like that, to follow that, that energy of that. Um, with this Page of Pentacles, let's take a look here and just see. Yeah, let's see what we got here. No, not a huge amount. The Three of Swords. Oh no, disappointment. Um, but I don't feel like it's this huge, huge, thing. But I just feel like you get clarity around your finances. You do have slow growth, and there are new opportunities that open up. But again, I feel like it's coming back to trusting your gut and trusting your instinct. Use your mind with that King of Swords, but trust your gut and trust your instinct, because I just feel like you're in the zone of really picking up things, and trust your instincts. Um, do the research, trust the instincts, allow things to grow, like that Knight of Pentacles, especially stocks. Sometimes it takes time for things to go through and unfold with them. You know what I'm saying? So I like that for you. So that's the guidance they have for you on your finances. And let's go up here. Oh, yeah, we had a third question. Let's give that some love and a like. Again, thank you for your multiple donations. I really appreciate those. All right. All right. So you contacted a company that hires people with autism, and will you get help from them? All right. Yeah, let's take a look here and find out here. Will you get assistance from them? Cards are flying here. Okay, anything else? All right. One more. All right. All right. We got the Magician card, which is, it has to do with your energy here. I feel like you're going to get help and assistance from them, but the amount that you get is the Magician card here. So this is about wherever you focus your energy. Like if we focus on what we fear, what we feel is missing, what we're wanting, what we hate, we grow and expand those things. We can grow the wantingness, we grow the missingness, we draw the things in or repel things that we fear. and or grow things that we hate, right? We draw more to us. But there's this energy with the magician who's you know, the master manifester who, if we focus on gratitude for what we have in our life, the support we are getting, for what I do have in my life, focusing on unconditional love, joy and laughter and peace, then that allows things to come in a greater way, because lower vibration restricts and slows, higher vibration expands and speeds things up. So it's important, with that is what unfolds there. No, I feel like you definitely um, do get, it does ask and get assistance from them, but to the extent that it happens has to do with your energy, right? And we've got the letting go of expectations and the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the wants. We got the balancing between the head and the heart. So allowing them, it's like asking someone for assistance and allowing them to give it to you in their way. Try not to control it. They're showing me, which is funny, they're showing me a dishwasher and asking kids to help. I need you to load the dishwasher. And then they load the dishwasher, and you're like, no, no, you did it all wrong. You need to do it this way. Then they don't want to do it anymore. And that's what it's saying. It's like you appreciate going, you know what? It's fine, the amount of dishes that I have to rewash or put in is small compared to me having to do the dishwasher all the time. So there's this give and take that comes in with it. That's funny. But that's what's coming in there, and, here is the support with the strength card here. They do give you support, so I feel like it is, I feel like they do give it, and just allow them to give whatever they're able to give, and just the more gratitude we have about what they're able to give, it expands more, and, so I like that. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what they have for you, Jeep. So again, thank you so much for your multiple donations. I really appreciate those. All right. And then Alice. Let me see here. We did that one. We did that one. Here, let me give that some love and a like here. Thank you for that donation. And even the retracted one, you donate so much, don't worry about it. We'll give that some there. So let me answer those questions here. So third question is whether wait, we already did that one. Sorry, we'll get into, let me scroll down a little bit here. Okay, so future energies. If they will see other people in the future after what happened today. Okay. So let's look in here. Harris, oh Harris, oh Harris. We've got the Seven of Swords. And we got the Justice card on this side too, on the other end. These are the bookends in between. And there's a dual message that comes in with this, because the Seven of Swords can be one of the indicators of trickster, of cheating, of thievery, of deceit, right? But the Justice card is figuring things out too. That the Ace of Swords helps balance out those fears. And the reason why people deceive and do that is because they're deceiving themselves. So I feel like they're doing a lot of this, energy of figuring things out. So based on current energy, I just feel like they're working things out. They're trying to figure things out in their head. The cards in the middle have the Queen of Wands, which I feel is your energy, but the Knight of Pentacles, you see how they're what really stood out here is like them heading away from this, the Queen of Wands. They're heading in this direction. I kind of feel like things just kind of drift away and, um, yeah, because you do have here, let me cover that up, make it appropriate. But got the World card, which is an ending of a major cycle and the beginning of new adventures. So I feel like as they do this, yeah, I even have the Chariot, which is movement, that even with it happen with them going, I just feel like you have this restart where you are okay watching them drift away and go away because there's both of these are victory cards that are coming in with the World card and the Chariot card. And so I got all this energy of like, you know what? I don't feel like they cheat or whatever, but I feel like you would have been fine if they did because I feel like you were at some point you're ready just to let them drift away with this energy. You know, like I said, it gots to go. That's what I feel like. It's like, it's all right. I've had enough of that, kind of energy that comes in there. So hopefully that makes sense. And did you have another question here? Oh. All right. So that is what we have there. So thanks again, Alice, for all your donations there and many blessings to hang in there. All right. So got a few more donations here. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all these donations. It definitely helps me continue to live my dream and provide all these messages. So I really appreciate those. And for you guys waiting for free readings, I haven't started them yet. I don't think I have. Have I? Oh, I did MMC and Jean and Aubrey. Oh, and Highness. Um, and I had Day Sturgis would be the next free reading. And if I don't get to you guys before I head out of here in about 33 minutes for my praying mantis session, I will come back this evening to complete out the free reading. So do not fret. It just might be a little, like a couple hours from now. All right. All right. So Elaine Woods, hi. Thank you so much for your dual donations here. So let's take care of the first one here. Let's give that some love and a like there. Um, oh, and you give extra. You're so wonderful. Thank you. Let me give that some love and a like there. Wow. I'm honored. Thank you so much. So let's take a look here. You had a virtual showing for a house today. You want to know, are you going to be approved? All right. So let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know here. So appreciative. Right. What else? Okay. Even that one there. All right. Let's see what we've got happening here. So the energy on the bottom of the deck here, we've got the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, the overall energy is showing me here that there's emotional stability and these are like three houses that you see, and then there's a different one that's offered here for you. So I don't feel like um, either you don't get approved for this one, or um, in the meantime, you see another listing of something that you're like, wait. um, but in either case, I feel like you're going to be happy about this because, I feel like there's some conflict that happens, just some miscommunication, some more data, some clarity that has to come in. And with this Five of Swords, it just feels like there's some um, conflict that happens between it all. But that's where I feel like, even though it's like the deal kind of falls through, like they come back and go, no, 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 I want blah, 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 blah. And you're like, you are crazy. um, because you have the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups. And this is trust in your gut, trust in your instinct. But something else that's more in tune that makes your, she's the Queen of Cups has such full emotion and ton of emotion that this makes you like, wow, there's something that just really blows your socks off with all of this. And I like it because, it's like the conflict happens, but it happens for you because it allows you. Let me just do a little editing here. It allows you to feel this fullness and this wholeness that comes in. And even on the bottom of the deck here, you got the Magician card, which is this, power of intention and abundance that comes in with that there. Hey, Elaine, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I just scrolled down and saw you commented. So I feel like that this one, either something causes you not to get that one, either by choice or by something falling through. But I like that you're offered this other one that you're just like, "Ah, thank God I understand why that one didn't go through because look at this one." And I feel like there's something that's even more like they had the Six of Cups kind of energy popped up here too, which is like childhood energy, like there's this, feeling of home uh in this you know other uh structure. There's one that's a house, but there's a difference between a house and a home. And I feel like this one that comes in is it feels like, oh, this feels like home. That's the kind of energy that I feel comes in there, if that makes sense. I feel like I want to grab another oracle card for you. So let me just pull here. Um, hey, hey, yeah. I read yours on the other one. Let me grab it real quick here, just because you're at work. Sorry, Elaine. I'll be to you real quick here. So if you go to that video, you're the last one on that video. So, and thank you for being a new subscriber. All right. So, Elaine, I feel like where do we want to go here? I just feel like that they have an additional message for you here. Let's look at these energies. You're welcome. The Divine Energy Oracle. So let's take a look here. Just around, I know, purchasing a home and doing all that. Oh my God. When my mom, she had moved out of state and she sold her house in the state that I was in, and she had it was under, because she had gotten divorced from my dad, so her name was different than that was on the title, and I had to do a power of attorney for her from out of state, so I had to sign her married name, aka also known as her new name, and then POA, my name, on every single form. I was like, by the time, and we got to the last page, and I go, you know what? I think I changed our mind. Joking, joking. Yeah, no free readings have been done yet. Anyone? Hey, Rhonda. No free readings yet. I may not get to it in this session, but we'll see. But I will be back on later tonight to complete them all out, if so. All right. Oh, wow. See? Look at this here, Elaine. Go for your dreams. I love it. I love it. So don't settle for something. Go for your dreams. Let me see here. They're not in order here. There it is. Says, are you plagued by regret over dreams unexplored? Do you wonder what might have been had you taken a different road? Do you fear it's too late or that you're too old to pursue your heart's desire at this time? The spirit within is activating your awareness and inviting you to reclaim lost dreams. Yes, some things are gone forever and must be accepted, mourned, and forgotten. But others only appear that way and are really just waiting for you to breathe life into them once again. Your divine energy is calling you to separate what's dead from the merely dormant. Bury the dead and accept. Then give the inactive or ignored love in your heart all you have in order to revive it, whether in your art, your relationships, or even in your health. Your divine invitation says find the courage to go for your dreams and forget excuses or fears. Give your full attention to what wants to live in you today that you've neglected or not supported. Let your inner lover, artist, or adventurer thrive and quit using your intellect and ego to kill these creative parts of you. This creative urge that's trying to emerge will bring new vitality to your life. Take the chance and believe in yourself. Then do everything you must to make your dreams come true. Don't hold back. Give your heart your full attention. I love it. So, in choosing your dream home, go for your dreams, not a dream house, but a dream home. I love that. So hopefully that resonates and helps, Elaine, and that's what they have for you. And thank you for the extra donation. I appreciate that. If you have any additional questions, let me know. All right. So many blessings to you. Happy house hunting. I know. Ugh. But go for the dreams. All right. Not necessarily three more houses. I just feel like, with that 4 of cups, the 3 is like there's just like these other houses, but what's offered you is the dream home. And I just feel like that's what the 4 of cups was about was, it's like I just feel with everything else with all the other cards, it just feels like, yeah, there's something that's maybe we're settling for, but you're like, well, this is what I can do. And then, but I feel like with whatever comes next and is offered, you're like, oh my gosh, so I like that. All right. I know it's always fun. I used to love going with friends who were looking for homes. Um, because I love exploring homes and looking around. I wasn't invested in it, so I'd be like, "Oh, wow, look at that! Oh, look at that! It's cool." But that's fun. All right, so many, many blessings to you. All right, Crow's Nest, thank you for your double donations. I appreciate that. Let's do the first one here. Let's give that some love and a like. And you want to know what's coming in love for you in the near future? Let's take a look here. So I'm just going to take a quick sip here. Getting a little parched. I can't believe it's been over an hour and a half. Wow. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Time flies when you're in spirit, right? So what about love? In the near future, of course. All right. All right. So I love this. I mean, let's do this. So, you got the world card, and I like this because you've been working on letting go of cycles that no longer serve you. You're ready for this new adventure that's free so much more of the expectations that you had before. You've got the 8 of Pentacles, which is about putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, and it's all about heartache and heartbreak and expectations and disappointment. That's the work you've been doing and releasing a lot of these old thoughts and beliefs that were clogging your ideas around what you wanted in a relationship, what you wanted, all this stuff. And there's this, you know, getting rid of this, the old stuff, the old ways, the trying to fit in and, and all this stuff in your head. And you've got the, Three of Pentacles, which comes out of this about you being true to your authentic self, no longer trying to please everyone else and, you know, oh, just please everyone else. We're just going to leave it there. You get it. And you have the Ace of Wands that comes in because of this. So you do have this new passion and this new spark that's coming in here. And I do like the energy on the bottom of the deck tells us a lot about them because, of course, we're getting nosy. Because you got well, let me cover up some stuff. But you got the Lovers card coming in here. I guess I can do that. There we go. They're there. The naked lovers are there. And so definitely they're talking about a very important, significant relationship with those. You have the Strength card, which can be fire energy. It can be a fire sign with the Leo energy here. Well, yeah, and then you also have the Knight of Wands. So a very passionate individual, especially with the Ace of Wands coming in. But I like the courage. I like the energy that I feel is more higher vibrational, um, that comes in here, which I feel like you're okay with the passion. Right? Because you got here's the Queen of Wands, the Empress, and the Eight of Wands. All this fire and birthing and sensuality and nurturing that comes in with all that. That comes in. So I like all that. I feel like you're very compatible in that. You're like, right. But they also, I get the King of Cups card, which is a great balance between heart and mind. When I'm looking at relationships and these types of love readings, the King of Cups is one of my cards of heck yeah, very compatible individual, very balanced between head and heart. They're not like extremes. It just feels like it's just a great fit that happens there. Now, I know, like you're like stop there. No, but this is good. You got the Justice card too. And for this, the Justice card, I feel is this I feel like they are like in the related to the justice system in some way, either like, lawyer, police officer, court, working in the court system somehow, um, judge, um, I think I said lawyer, it's just kind of they're connected to justice somehow. And I like that, type of energy that comes in there because it just feels like they're very um, just, that's why they support justice because they're a very just person. They've got, great ways of looking at things, very balanced individual. They look for fairness. I know, right? You're like, please let it be a lawyer. Please let it be a lawyer. Crow's nest, Jessica. Oh my gosh. And I didn't even see. So, um, Leo's next actions towards you is this Leo in the justice system? Is he going to go to the police academy? I didn't even see your second question yet. He's not, unfortunately. Maybe it's his twin brother. Is he a lawyer? Just kidding. So I feel like that is what they want you to know for that. And I feel like the spark happens, but the relationship does grow over time, of course. So that we have so many blessings to you for that one. Let's give your second one some love and a like here. Let's get into, since I'm already tapping into Chris's energy. Let's see what's going on here with Christopher the Leo, the unjust. I'm just kidding. He's not unjust. You might tell him, have you ever thought of being a lawyer? Oh my goodness. Spirit is hilarious. So the overall energy on the bottom is very slow action, right? Temperance. How long is this going to take? Oh my gosh, that's the bottom energy under it all. The first card coming up is Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight out of them all. How long is this gonna take? Again, right? Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles coming in here, which is new opportunities. Let's see what comes in here. Okay. Mm. I don't think you're going to care about their next actions towards you because the Ace of Pentacles, I feel, is this new love coming in for you. Um, we've got the movement and the Ten of Swords, endings and beginnings. Um, the Chariot is movement and power of choice, but the Ten of Swords is like exhaustion, trying to live up to expectations, trying to be who someone wants you to be. It's like all this long list of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos that's just bubbling around in the head about all of that, coming in here. And I just feel like the reason I say all that is because I feel like conflict with the Five of Swords, and here comes the King of Cups. So here's that King of Cups that we had. They're making themselves known here. So I feel like because this Leo, it just feels like they've been taking forever and they don't show a whole lot. That I just feel like it becomes enough where it's like, it's okay, I'm not worried about it anymore. Just letting it fall away. And that's why I feel like this new opportunity is what arises and what comes in, which is all right. We're just clearing the reserve sign at the table, the romantic table for two, to make room for the compatible, just fire energy that's coming your way. So, I like this for you. Um, and nothing happens by accident. So, your you know, interactions with this Leo allows you, maybe it's another Leo too, but I just feel like it's someone that's more compatible and more in alignment with your heart. I always love that saying, we deserve to be with someone like ourselves, you know, in a nice way. Not like you deserve to be with someone like you. And it's like, no, I deserve to be someone like you, just communicative. I feel like, yeah, someone who wants to communicate. That's what this King of Cups. It's the energy of someone who is comfortable expressing their emotions. And then, the King of Cups, all the kings roll over their suit, but they all have swords, air, thinking, thought. And so they're intelligent and they can communicate their feelings, and they're intelligent, but they can also express their emotions and allow their emotions to flow too. And so it's like, yeah, yeah, a better fit. Yeah, exactly. All right. So on Chris the Leo. Yes, on King of Cups. All right. So that's what's coming in there, Crow's Nest, Jessica. So many blessings to you. In fact, I'm going to maybe experiment on you. I got these new Lovers Oracle. I just want to pull a card here from you and see what comes out. You're one of my guinea pigs. I've got two. Let's see what they say here. Wow. So I wish I could understand you. And yeah. And this is what they feel. I need to hold back my true feelings for you. And I just feel like that's what they do. They hold back, right? And um, you're like, why? I can sense them. Why are you holding them back? I'm not gonna, it's not enough just that you can feel them in them. You'd like them to express them. I love it. Beautiful. All right. Again, thank you so much for your dual donations. I greatly appreciate that. All right, so many, many blessings. And then Daisy. Hello, Daisy. Let's give you some love and a like. You've got some college dollars. They're getting stronger for sure. You also have an interview for an internship on Monday. Well, congratulations. And shout out to one of my YouTube channel member winners. Each month we do, YouTube gives me 10 Zen Cricket memberships to give away, which is, if you came in the beginning, there was like a little uh, presentation on how you can sign up in YouTube for to be eligible to be included. Because the first Saturday of each month after the first, um, I give away 5 in the morning and 5 at night. All I do is click a button. YouTube and Spirit choose the winners. So Daisy was one of the winners. So congratulations, Daisy. And you want to know, will your ex-friend start a conversation with you by the end of the month? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has here. So, will your ex-friend Aditya? All right, what do we got here? You know, I don't. With the 6 of Pentacles here, this is give and take, give and receive here. And I feel like you're going to need to be the one that activates it here. Because you've got the, excuse me, hiccup. You got the Emperor and the Ace of Wands. And this is all about stepping up and igniting things, initiating things. Even the Emperor is about, you know, um, not caring what anyone else thinks and whatever. I get to decide. Do I want her in my life or not? If I want her in my life, I'm going to reach out to her instead of waiting for her to start a conversation with me. I'm going to start a conversation with her. And if you do, then there is, you've got joy and stability here with the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. So, I do feel like it does turn out well. Um, So, I mean, I like all this. We got the Queen of Cups too, who's the master over emotion. And so the approach with this is trust your gut, trust your instinct on timing. But I feel like they're waiting, they're wondering if you'll reach out to them, and you're wondering if they'll reach out to you. And I feel like, um, it's important for you to initiate it. So I don't feel like they will, but you need to. If you want them in your life, and you just have to decide, do I want them to be my friend, or do I want them to continue to be my ex-friend, right? Um, Anything else? Those you're nervous. Why? What are you nervous about? Yeah, it's right. You got the 8 of Swords, realizing, what are our fears? Well, if I reach out to them, and she's like, "You know what you can do with your invitation to become your friend again?" You're like, "Thank you. I'll never have to wonder again." All that energy you're wondering if she wants to be friends again and whatever, and if she's mad and unforgiving, or, you know, is, a putz, then you're like, "Thank you for, um, pointing out to me that you're you're not, destined to be my friend." Oh. Well, used to, but, I just feel like, you know, if we're, you're just going to, reach out, and if they respond, they respond, and however they respond is how they respond. They're reminding me of when I used to interview people, our employees, for coach positions in our corporate life, and I'd get to be one of the ones that would turn down people. That was always a fun thing. But I always gave them feedback on how to improve, and their interviewing and what we were looking for, and what, So it wasn't just like, "No, you didn't get it." It was like, "You didn't get it this time, but don't give up, and there's just some things you can work on." Well, one of the things that one of the other interviews talked about someone was they're kind of immature, and they need to learn how to take feedback. And so when I was like, "Hey, I just need to let you know that you weren't selected this time," they're like, "Oh, blah, 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 blah." And in my mind is like, "Thank you for validating our decision." And that's kind of what is coming up, you know, when we reach out to someone and they're like, they slap away or they don't respond the way we want to. It's like, "Thank you for validating my decision." So you can be afraid if you want to, but what do you got to lose? Truly, what do you got to lose, right? Your dream, your hope that maybe someday they'll want to, have a crush on me too. And that's why I usually tell people, you know, um, personally, not as spirit, but when my friends come to me and go, "Should I go do it?" I go, "Why not?" I go, especially as you get older, you're just like, what do you got to lose? When you wait, you spend so much time. Like, I know that if you have a crush on someone and you wait for like months and your heart is on hold for someone, and then you you go, "Hey, I just want to, this is how I feel." And they're like, "Oh no, I never feel that way about you." And you're just like, "Oh my God, I wasted all this time waiting." And it's not like waiting is going to change their mind. They either are going to feel it or they don't right away, right? And so it's like, well, I'd rather say something and know than to never know. And then it's just done. Then I'm not investing energy in the wondering and the hoping and the praying or whatever, right? So you can take that as you will. All right. So that's what they got for you, Daisy Daisy. Do it. Message him. Message him. Do it now. Do it right now. No, I'm just kidding. You'll know when it's right, and there's never any pressure. But really look at, what are you fearing? What are you afraid of? And what's at the bottom of that fear? If you feel like, well, what if they don't like me? Well, then they're stupid. And then you're better off without them. That's how I feel. Yes, I have much more confidence. It's not arrogance, it's confidence. Arrogance is, I'm better than everybody else. Confidence says, I know who I am and what I'm capable of, not that I'm better at it than anyone else. It's just like, I know who I am. I know I'm a great catch. And if people can't recognize it, then I don't want to be with stupid. All right. I'm just taking some screenshots here. I'll be headed off here in a moment to go spend time with my praying mantis members, and for about an hour or so, and then I'll be back on to finish out the free readings that I didn't get to any. Well, I did. I got to like a handful. I'll tell you who I got to, just in case um, anyone is here. Let me see here. Right. So I'm gonna do two things at once here. I'll get down to here. All right, so I think I got them all. So I did complete MMC Jean, Highness, Aubrey, and Aubrey J. So I did 4. Day Sturgis almost got 2. But thank you guys for all the donations. It does help me continue to do what I do, because thanks to my beautiful host, they let me live in this basement here. So I have low cost, but I still have food and other things that I need to purchase. So uh, this helps me continue to be able to live my dream and bring messages of spirit. So I'll be headed off of here. In the meantime, though, let us not forget that we do have some other things you can look at while you're waiting. We've got, of course, a big eclipse, lunar eclipse, coming out here on Monday. And here is the pick a card for that, which also talks about how to make the most of the Libra full moon energy. And The pick a card is where can I draw new boundaries? Ooh. And then we also put out an eclipse alert yesterday, which is a pick a card around the eclipses themselves. We've got the one on Monday, which is the lunar, and then April 8th, we've got a solar eclipse for the new moon in Aries. So this eclipse alert talks about it's an eclipse guide. How can I make the most of the eclipse energy? There's a pick a card, but I also on my Facebook and Instagram and on the community tab of of this YouTube, I'm putting a posting each almost every day on how we can use the most of that eclipse energy. So if you want to check those out, feel free to follow me there. And then also we have equinox started here, both spring and fall, depending on where you're at, southern hemisphere. And this is a 3-month forecast for each individual zodiac sign. There's a playlist here, so you can jump to that link and choose what you're wanting to know about there. And of course, when we have an equinox in March, that means happy Aries season. So here's a pick a card around Aries for everyone. And then Aries sun babies, happy birthday to you first. There is a special bonus 3-month reading for you in that as well. And then we have a podcast series if you want to check that out. It's a journey from chaos to cozy. It talks about the darkest times in my life and the things that Spirit taught me and how to move to from that chaos place into the cozy space. So you can check that out there. And then also at the beginning of March, I did put out life purpose readings, and they are half off until the end of the year. So if you want to see what's involved in those, you can check that. Also, I have personal readings, past life readings, relationship readings, some other things. All those are listed in the description box of the video down below. so for everyone that's coming in here, I'm done with this session, but I did take screenshots. Sure, Jeep, you can throw one in there. Usabanes, you can ask your question. I'm about to leave in a couple seconds here to go to spend about an hour or so with my Praying Mantis members, but I'll be back on to complete out the free readings. So if you put your questions real quick down there, I'll grab those before I head out, and I'll be back in about hour and a half ish, and I'll finish out the free readings. I got to like 4 out of them all there. So, all right, yeah, right. What is it? What was there? Some sort of with a the rain in Spain. Will it go down the drain? I forget what it was. There was something like that. All right, and I'll grab that here in just a quick moment. So Usabanes, hopefully with the family. Oh, you're like, well, that changes the whole question. Is it going to be nice with the family? We'll look. Maybe we'll ask one. Will it be nice for you? And will it be nice with the family? Oh, there it goes. Perfect. Thank you, Usabanes. Let me grab this here. Oops. Let me redo that here. All right. All right. I got those. So I shall return and I'll complete those as well. All right, everybody. I'm headed out. Be sure to check out any of those free options. I got a ton of other content on my main page if you want something to do between now and when I return. And just know I so appreciate all of your love and support and thirst for spirit. And remember, each and every second of every day, you are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. Hang in there. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world. And until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. You guys take care of yourselves. We'll see you.